Well, while Addison residents are enjoying the summer at Rockin' Wheels, Indian Trail students have been busy becoming future entrepreneurs. This summer, innovation is alive at Indian Trail Junior High. 28 7th grade students are taking part in the 4-week Innovation Alive Challenge program sponsored by the Science and Entrepreneurship Exchange. The students are learning about product design, manufacturing, marketing, and public speaking skills as they work in teams to design a children's room lamp to be pitched in a Shark Tank style to executives of Land of Nod, a children's furnishing retailer. The program includes a partnership with an Addison manufacturing company, Pioneer Services, where the students learned what it takes to bring a product from idea to market. Here now are some comments from the leaders of the Innovation Alive Challenge.
So today is our first day of the Innovation Alive Challenge. We have 2 teachers, Janelle Bledsoe and Tracy Vitale, who are very excited and have gone through extensive training so that they can work with our students on creating a product to be marketed. So today is day 1, and they are working on learning a little bit about entrepreneurship and about some of the challenges that come along with that. They're talking a little bit about wants and needs of people, and they will be talking a little bit about learning a little bit more about some of the things that they need to have, such as working together collaboratively in order to develop this product. So as we move forward, we will be visiting the Land of Nod to learn more about the types of people that shop at Land of Nod, as well as the types of things that they sell there. And then we will be also visiting a community manufacturing company to learn the whole process of manufacturing, so that'll be later on in the month. And then they will begin to sketch out their creation, their product, and they will and in the end, they will be able to pitch their product to the Land of Nod, who will choose one of the groups to take their product to market. So we have 4 weeks, so we're very excited, and we have a lot to do in the 4 weeks, and the students are very excited even from day 1 about being able to create a product and go through the process of marketing, advertising, the pricing, the whole process, and we'll be getting support from our community members to help us through this process.
The groups are creating sketches and technical drawings, including dimensions and angles and annotations for what the manufacturers would create for their product. And after their technical drawings are complete, they are now starting to create their prototypes with materials such as foam board, modeling clay, transparent materials, hot glue guns, and they are just doing a fantastic job.
You've covered a lot of territory in a week since I was here last.
Yes, we have.
How are the students responding to the pace and the speed of this and all the things that you've done in just the last several days?
The students are doing amazing. We are so impressed with them. We actually run out of time to get our work done. The days move by so fast, and we just look at the clock and we can't believe it's already noon, and the students can't believe it's noon, and we're already done with the day. They are so engaged and motivated to get their work done, and they are asking questions and working so well together with their groups. We're very proud of them. They've come up with some amazing ideas, and we can't wait for them to show off their final products.
What was very important today is that they saw every aspect of manufacturing, from marketing to costing to prototyping, quality, and production. And so to make that connection and understand it would be essential to any successful prototyping production project. So I want them to, more than understanding what they're making, understanding who their audience is, how to market it, how to sell it, and make sure that it works and that it fits, it's a quality product.
what is the message you would send to the parents of the young people that were here today, who, they're concerned about the careers that their kids are going to choose in a few years, colleges and so on. So if you had a chance to talk to their parents that were here, what are some of the things you'd like to impart to them?
I would say don't write off manufacturing. It's been not your grandfather's shop anymore. And we're a perfect example. If you were to have walked into our shop 5 years ago, it was old machines and they were all manual. Now it's CNC operated, and so very technical, and everywhere from the business end of it to quality to production can be very technical. It's no longer dirty. And so it's an industry you can send your children off to tech class, tech school, and you don't get the debt that you get going into a 4-year college. So I would encourage parents to at the very least give it a try and to encourage their children, and if not going into manufacturing, understanding the concept of manufacturing, because we really need to focus on making things here in the U.S., and we can't do that without a skilled workforce.
A skilled workforce. Let's think about that as we talk with Mayor Veenstra about the Innovation Alive Challenge. That's an exciting time that's happening right now at Indian Trail Junior High, and I know, Mayor, you were there just today to visit and to see the students as they're getting ready for this really important thing. How did this idea come about? This is something you were involved in from the very beginning.
Yeah, actually, I was made aware of the Science and Entrepreneurship Exchange and thought this was something that really could be a boon to Addison and to District 4. Spoke to Mr. Langton about that, and he really just jumped on the concept, and we invited them to come out and meet with the faculty at the school, and from there it just took off. It was something that we really felt was important for our students. It's an experiential experience for the students. Too often, we teach subjects and the students don't know how to apply them in the real world, or they don't get the concept of where they can be used in the real world. This is an opportunity for them to actually learn skills, use the skills, and see outcomes. And so a unique opportunity, and the bottom line is ultimately the winner of this contest, Land of Nod, will produce that product.
Right. They're actually pitching their ideas.
Yeah.
And for those who are familiar with the Shark Tank television program, that's exactly what they're going to do. So they will be held to a pretty high standard. There's a high bar that they have to achieve with their ideas, their prototypes. Public speaking, I think you were there today when they were practicing their speeches, right? Their pitches. They didn't want us there today to look at that.
24 nervous little students, but they'll do great on Friday.
But this actually has deeper roots now. I mean, this is fun for the kids. As I mentioned to Ms. Bledsoe in the earlier piece, in a week's time, I looked in on them on pretty much day one, and they were quiet and shy, and this was going to be, I'm doing what? Within a week, it's like the switch got turned on, and they were just going at it. Future entrepreneurs, as we say. I couldn't believe what they're going to look like. I can't believe what it's going to look like at the very end when they make their speeches to Land of Nod or their pitch to Land of Nod. But this has deeper roots because you are trying to address an issue about that skilled workforce, as I mentioned. We have a large industrial sector community here, and they are searching for people who are ready to go in this line of work, in this skilled workforce. And as the owner of Pioneer Services mentioned, we're not talking about your grandfather or father's manufacturing shop anymore. This takes high thinking, high level skills to work even in this line of work. And that's what these kids are getting exposed to just this summer.
And for years, we as parents have always said, you got to go to college. And we've not noticed the change in the manufacturing sector where there are careers there, very viable careers that are going untapped. And you go into our industrial area, which is the 5th largest in the state of Illinois, and virtually every other business has job openings, and they can't fill them. Yeah. So we're working with ESL programs, we're working with the high school, we're working with different elements to bring the labor force that's available in our community up to speed, get them trained. But this is an awareness for parents that there are alternatives to a 4-year curriculum in college that are highly paid and very successful opportunities.
Now we're talking about students who are in 8th grade, and that's a really good time to start to introduce things to them before they get into their really rigorous high school schedule. 4 years goes by far too quickly, and before you know it, they're on their way to something, university, whatever it might be. But that's the young people's component of this, and I think you just mentioned the adult component is for those who are looking to change their place in the workforce. Perhaps they feel that they are underemployed or that they are looking for a new career. These are the types of things that I think you and the committee that you work with, your workforce task force, need to get that message out. And it's something that is kind of left to the side. If the students don't pick it up by going either to Technology Center DuPage or taking the classes at Addison Trail in their career and technical education area, then it's forgotten about and time moves far too quickly. Here we're talking about kids who are not even in high school yet, doing some pretty high level thinking, critical thinking, analysis, as again Ms. Bledsoe mentioned, using all of the disciplines that they learn in their day-to-day school applications in kind of a fun setting, making those prototype lamps. One of them is going to go to market. That's the really cool thing about this. Someone is going to really have something to put on their future resume.
Well, and what was neat in talking to the students today, I asked, Friday's the last day, the contest and judging is on Friday. They said, you're going to be disappointed to leave thinking they're going to say, no, we want to enjoy our summer. They all are very disappointed that it's ending. They are getting a real big charge out of being there and being involved in what kid wants to be in school during the summer. So it's working, it's really getting them enthused and excited, and that's what we really want to have happen.
What would you want to see it come out as a result of this? What is the next level that you would like to see? Maybe it won't happen in the very near future, but eventually it could.
Well, Mr. Langton and I talked very preliminarily today about maybe extending this program internally to the junior high and doing similar projects in the years to come, and really kind of expanding on the concept, maybe not with the Land of Nod, maybe with them. Definitely will be involved next year with Land of Nod, but this is a learning experience that really is something that gets the students very excited, and that could be expanded to other elements in the school. So it may be a new way of learning and a better way of learning for a lot of our students.
Very good. Well, it's the Innovation Alive Challenge. 28 students have been busy at work over the last few weeks at Indian Trail Junior High School during the summer months. And definitely within that group, there must be many future entrepreneurs, manufacturers, business owners like we see in the piece there. And good luck to all of them, because it sure has been a lot of fun to watch them. After 4 weeks of the Innovation Alive Challenge, the 28 Indian Trail student entrepreneurs were ready to present their team's lamp design and marketing ideas to the panel of judges, including the product development manager from children's retailer Land of Nod and management from the Science and Entrepreneurship Exchange. Anissa Muthana, owner of Pioneer Service Manufacturing Company, gave her thoughts about the final designs.
They've made some really good improvements. They took the suggestions that we've made and they ran with it. I'm so amazed over the creativity and just how inspirational this all is. This is great.
Have the prototypes changed a lot since you first saw them?
I wouldn't say a lot, but there have been improvements. So definitely there have been changes. Some more than others. I like the number 2 pencil there.
Yeah.
It was in the middle initially, the lamp, where there would have been limited room to write in, where now it's an open space. So I like how they changed that.
Okay, so you saw that when they came over to your company, right?
Yeah, no, every single one we saw that.
So it's an exciting day, huh?
It is. I'm very happy to be here.
Think you have some future manufacturers here in the audience?
I should have brought some applications with me.
There you go. Each team gave their pitch presentation to the judging panel, where they demonstrated the lamp, reviewed the cost analysis and technical specifications, and offered a marketing plan on how best to sell the lamp to Land of Nod consumers. Later, while the judges deliberated, we spoke with some of the leaders of the Innovation Alive Challenge.
So there's really two parts of that. The first part, and the most important part, is what we've learned as a school district on how we can enhance our children's learning. And in this example, it certainly applies to science and math and engineering and manufacturing, but it most importantly is how we spark kids' learning, and we can incorporate that into our everyday teaching, which is a challenge. For a 4-week summer program where we have 28 kids involved with 2 teachers, it's a little bit easier to go to those depths. So our challenge is going to be, as a school district, how do we then apply this to everyday teaching during the school year with all of our children? And so we're excited about learning from this and then moving forward. The other part of it is the future of the Science and Entrepreneurship Exchange's Innovation Alive Challenge. We look forward to competing again next year. And so as we compete against other school districts or other communities, we look forward to having success for our school with another group of students. And because of this year's experience, the Land and Nods participation, whatever product is chosen, when that's sold, we're going to be able to participate next year with the costs being offset by the Land of Nod profits from the current product that's going to be sold. So we're excited about that second component, but that's also, that's just going to be limited to the students who participate next summer. But the first piece that I spoke of is really important for us to learn from this experience and apply it to future opportunities for kids.
Well, I think one of the things we want to accomplish is we have a workforce development task force that's looking at the industrial area and manufacturing as a focal point of developing skilled professionals, changing the attitude and the opinion of adults, of the parents, that manufacturing jobs and creative jobs are available, that are true career paths is important. And one of the things that I think will come out of this, I see our principal from Madison Trail High School here today, is that the articulation, this program then moving into the high school. So I think there's a real opportunity for the community to grow at large and see a lot of potential for developing a workforce for our industrial area. So a lot of good things to come out of this.
Then it was time for the announcement of the winning team and their design idea from Jamie Sulzer, Divisional Product Development Manager for Land of Nod.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for including Kristen and I in this project. Kristen and I are from the Land of Nod. We're on the design and product development team. We are thoroughly impressed with everything that we've seen. The amount of thought that has gone into the design and development of all of these items is amazing. You've really thought of everything. So it was very difficult for us to decide because we can see that you all have worked so hard. But the winner of the contest today is the Right Idea lamp. The next steps will be Kristen and I will go back to work and we'll start talking about when we can launch this product. Kristen will put together a design spec and we'll send it out to our vendors and they'll begin the early development process. The next step will be the sample will arrive in our office, we'll give feedback to the vendors, and then we'll set a launch date. So congratulations, you guys.
Hello, this is the winning team for the C Innovation Alive Challenge, The Right Idea.
My name's Bianca.
I'm Madeline.
I'm Alexis.
And I'm Marisol.
Congratulations. Why don't you pass the microphone back to your teachers. To the teachers, talk about some of the concepts, the things that this team, they all did, but the things that this team put into the final project that you think maybe pushed them over the line as far as the judging.
This team has worked harder than any team that I've seen. They always had an agenda of what they were doing. They did extra research and were always constantly asking questions and troubleshooting what they needed to get done that day.
I agree, and this team did a phenomenal job delegating responsibilities. Each girl had a different role, and they knew what their responsibilities were. They each were leaders at different times, and they put in extra research behind what they were doing. They knew why they were doing it, and they even put in extra work on their own time at home, and they would come with that done the next day. So we are extremely proud of this team.
And this was all done in 4 weeks.
Yes,
which is really
less
amazing.
than 4 weeks
Less than 4
because we
weeks, right.
had 2 days off the 4th of July week.
Could everyone just talk about your favorite part of the program? What you enjoyed the most about being here for the 4
I really like that we got to express our own ideas and like try to make them better so that we could present them here.
I just really liked working with the group and being able to be here to learn new things and come up with a lamp that right now just won and it's going to be marketed in the Land of Nod.
My favorite thing about this was being able to meet and work with new people and just having fun and making a product.
And I liked working with new people, and I also liked when we were working on the technical drawing.
Well, teachers, congratulations to you and to the students too.
Thank you very much.
Good job. Okay.
Good job.
Now you can go celebrate.